What's going on, guys? Turtle Life here, and in this video I will be testing out Frigg. Now I'll be doing both ground and aerial combos and also her skill and discharge attack. Do want to mention as a disclaimer that this is still in the test server, so calculations and such are still a work in progress, just to let you know. The first half of this will be the animations and different abilities that she's able to use, and then the second half of the video will go over different matrices and different stats, so make sure you definitely stick around for that. Now for her ground attack, she has a 5 combo hit here for that 1, 2, and there's that. And so for her aerial, this is what this looks like here. This also looks like this is a 5, and then you can hold and it goes down like that. Now for her skill here, you're able to actually press 1 and it does a whole area of effect. Frost area, you're actually able to endlessly dodge within this circle, and that is a very handy feature. You can see people using that a lot. And so if I was to show you her discharge ability, I'm going to get this charged up here, so we're going to go and shoot these guys. Okay, and then this is going to be her discharge attack. All right, pretty freaking sick. With this being said, she does also have the resonance, the frost resonance. Frost resonance increase frost attack by 15% and frost resistance by 25%. Activate by equipping 2 or more frost weapons. The set effect also works with weapons in the offhand slot. Effect cannot be stacked, however. Now she also has Iron, Mind, and Body. Increase frost attack by 8% for 10 seconds when switching between frost weapons. The set's effects work with others, but only the set with the highest star rating will take effect. So again, she's really awesome. Like, her abilities are very intuitive and everything, and the AoE damage is high there. I'm just doing a little bit of attacks here so you can kind of see how she works in regards to all that. The dodge, her endless dodge, she has that one. That's the ability that she's been using against us for a while now. So with that being said, I'm going to charge up her discharge one more time here. Oh, well, that was too soon. And then, so with that being said, here is her discharge one more time so you guys are able to see it. And that is a pretty sick ability, honestly. And then there's that again, her AoE. Here is her aerial attacks. And then there you go. There you have it. And that's really the animations for Frigg, and her aerial dodge as well, for sure. So we're going to go ahead and go over to the different stats on the resource there. All right, guys, so we're over here on towerfantasy.info. I'll make sure to have a link to this in the description, but her weapon is called Baomeng. Her resonance is DPS, element is ice, shatter, and charge is rated A at 8 points. Now her weapon effects is ice shell and frozen domain. Fully charged weapons will freeze the target for 2 seconds and leave it frostbitten for 6 seconds. Breaking the ice shell causes additional damage equal to 151% of attack, while frostbitten, the target's weapon charge rate is reduced by 50% as well. Now after using the weapon skill Fimbulwinter, this is for frozen domain, a large ice field will be placed at your position lasting 25 seconds. Inside the ice field, dodges will not be consumed while using Frigg's weapon and gain the effect Frozen Domain 1. When using ice weapons, increase ice attack by 15% and shatter by 25%. Now, if we were to go over the star advancements here, the first star, gain 1 frostiness point every time you receive 550% times frost attack of damage in the frost domain. Up to 10 frost points can be accumulated. When frost domain ends, frostiness points times a frost attack times 95% of blast damage will be dealt to all enemies. After leaving the frost domain, lose 1 frostiness point every 3 seconds. Now the 2-star, increase the weapon's base HP growth by 16%. That's normal across multiple weapons. 3-star, increase frostiness limit to 15. When using discharge skills of frost weapons in the frost domain, deal damage equal to 25% of frost attack. Current frostiness plus 5 to all targets in the frost domain, so huge damage buff there. Increase for 4-star, increase the current weapon's base attack growth by 32%. Huge buff there. Shattering, and now this is for the 5-star. Shattering shields increases Frost weapons in the frosted domains will freeze the target for 2 seconds and cause 2 frostiness points times frost attack times 35% of attack additional damage. If the target cannot be frozen, double the additional damage dealt, which is great because of course there is some enemies that are not able to be done that way. So it doubles that additional damage dealt there. Now for the 6-star, reaching 15 frost points while inside the ice field will grant the additional effect Frozen Domain 2. When using ice weapons, increase the ice attack by 25%. So those are really good for the advancement on those stars, as usual. Now the weapon abilities for the normal attack, you have 5. It's 5 in the sequence, as I showed you earlier in the video. Deal damage equal to 62.1% of attack plus 3 and cause minor knockback. And it just works its way up there with the different values that you can look at in this resource. Now the aerial discharge is jump, and then it has 5 in the attack sequence as well. While airborne, after jumping once, tap normal attack to attack 5 times in a row as normal. Now they increase over the attack in that regard here. Soaring slash, hold attack. So if you were to hold it down and come down on, that's that one animation where she was swirling around down to the ground. While normal attacking, hold a normal attack to trigger soaring slash, lunge forward with an additional swipe when launching the attack into the air before soaring up to with the target. Deal a maximum, that's actually at the very end of the sequence where you actually go up and you're able to knock them up into the air and do the soaring slash. Now the helix slash, that's what it is. That's at the very end. That's the soaring at the end of a combo or in the middle of a combo. The helix slash is jump and then tap and hold normal attack while airborne, or tap normal attack while climbing, jumping backward or using the jetpack. While falling, deal damage equal to 19.8% of attack plus one each hit. Upon landing, deal damage equal to 185% of attack plus 10 to nearby targets. Dodge, she's able to dodge right before getting hit. That's the normal trigger of the Fantasia. The multi-slash, dodge and attack. So if you were to tap normal attack during the short perfect attack window to trigger multi-slash, unleash multiple slashes at a set destination in front of the user, dealing total damage equal to 143.9% of attack plus 8. Now that's a lot of jargon in there, but basically saying if you're dodging and you do that multi-slash where she just attacks randomly at that right at that mob in front of you there. Now Thimble Winter, slash the space around the Wanderer, dealing total damage equal to 577.5% of attack plus 30. Can suspend and launch targets and grant damage immunity while this skill is being used. After unleashing Thimble Winter, a large frost domain will be formed around you for 25 seconds, as mentioned previously, and a grant domain of frost when you are in the frost domain. Increase shatter by 25% when using a frost weapon. Now her discharge is called Frigid Fracture. When weapon charge is full of Fantasia is triggered, clear all the debuffs from the user. That's also huge. And dash forward upon switching to this weapon, temporarily controlling opponents in an area before unleashing a gigantic slash. Deal damage equal to 618.2% of attack and 30 plus 33 and launch enemies into the air as well. Now her upgrade materials are the frost upgrade crystals, and then you also need the red modules and then also the black modules as well. Those different things are what you use to upgrade her weapon. Now based off of this resource here, it is recommending that you use Samir, Crow, and then you also, if you were to get the 4 times Frigg and then 4 times Saki, of course we know we can't get that yet, but here with this is also Sobek times 3, and I'll just move over that personally, but Frigg times 4 would be the most for that. Now her awakenings, her simulacrum traits, okay, so her 1200 is increased frost attack by 1.5% every 3 seconds upon entering battle. Stack up to 10 times, lasts for 5 seconds. Now her 4000 simulacrum trait, increased frost attack by 2.4% every 3 seconds upon entering battle. Stacks up to 10 times as well, lasts for 5 seconds. In addition, gain hyper body and become immune to control effects in the frost domain. That's the biggest thing there, and that is huge, where you can get stunned in that frost domain. Now, her favorite gifts are metalware, from what is shown here, and everyday items. So make sure you're gravitating to more metalware, and then you'll be good to go for that. And then this is her character profile, and then that does conclude this resource. Now, again, Frigg is pretty stacked from what I can see here. If you're looking to build a Frost team, she is definitely a requirement from what I can see. So you definitely would want to save for her if you're trying to build a Frost team. A good Frost team I've seen people do is Tsubasa, Meryl, and Frigg. That's a very, very good combo there with Tsubasa and also Frigg and Meryl. But otherwise, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if this did help you and you're excited for Frigg, let me know in the comments, okay? And make sure to hit that sub button if this did provide you value. And I will see you guys in the next video.